Welcome to day 72 of the 77-day video challenge. I've chosen as my theme this evening, Plan B. I was reminded of this today after a series of layoffs at work. Some people might call it reductions. Some people might call it downsizing. But it was a round of layoffs, and I was tremendously fortunate, as is my habit, not to be laid off. So I was one of the fortunate ones to survive this round of cuts. I was talking to a coworker of mine, another survivor of the cuts today, and I told her that I was reminded of something that I'd heard on NPR about 15 years ago. That a young executive had been downsized from his position, and the manager said, "Well, don't worry, now you can move on to Plan B." And this young person said, "Well, this was Plan B." This reminds me of the fact that sometimes we compromise. That if we don't hit that dream job, if we don't achieve that career position that some of us might aspire toward, we compromise, find ourselves perhaps in a job that doesn't fulfill us, find ourselves in a relationship that doesn't fulfill us, living through a life of compromise. 7 years ago, my brother and sister came to visit me for my 50th birthday, and I was driving a little pickup truck that didn't have enough room in it for the three of us, so I had to rent a car so that all three of us could travel in the same automobile. I arrived at the auto rental center that morning, the morning of my 50th birthday, with my sister in tow. It was a Monday morning, and they didn't have any compact or sedans available to rent out because the cars that they were supposed to have had not been returned from the weekend. The only automobile they had available was a minivan. I thought, this is one of the worst ways to ring in your 50th year. This, to me, was the very symbol of compromise, a minivan. They should have, made special arrangements and gotten me a convertible, gotten me a sports car. They could have gotten me anything. And I almost pled with them, send me to another rental center, anything but a minivan. Because to me, this was the very symbol, the very epitome of compromise. It was not even Plan B. This was Plan X. I've made a habit of compromising. I realize that the job that I have is a good one. It suits me well in ways that I would never have expected, would not have extrapolated how well this job suits me. The hours are solid, are consistent. I don't have to spend a lot of time on the telephone. It doesn't get boring. It's consistent. I really like it. I recognize, however, that in a lot of ways it is not a career type position, but it suits me well. And in a way, certainly, it isn't Plan B. but it suits me. And in many ways, on many levels, I recognize I'm not compromising in this job. Now, as far as other aspects of my life, yeah, indeed, I compromise. And I lack the vision sometimes to understand where those compromises may stand, what I may be giving up. I've been told that I don't live up to my potential. And I recognize that on an intellectual level, but I don't allow myself to internalize that truth that I could be doing better in my life. I could probably have a more exciting job. I could have a real career. So I encourage you to reflect on what are some of the things that you have compromised on in your life. Have you settled for plan B, or have you maintained your vision to stay true to plan A? And have you compromised to the point where plan B is no longer viable and you've moved on to plan C, to plan D? Can you then find your way back at least as far as plan B to something that so fulfills you to a point enough to keep you going, to keep you motivated? I look forward to exploring at the very least what plan B continues to offer for me, because I don't expect to move on to plan C. I've been to plan C and plan D, and it's not pretty. It's not fulfilling. And I've been to plan N. That was really bad. Plan B could be a whole lot worse. I encourage you to share how you have maintained your place at plan B and maybe even moved on to plan A. Thank you for spending some time with me for day 72 of the 77-day video challenge. I will see you on day 73. Thanks.